as I could. I didn't want to deal with any of the feelings I was having after that. I started getting arrested a lot for different things, but would always get bailed right back out. I would stay in jail for a few days and promise that when I got out I wouldn't get high anymore. But as soon as they would release me, I would do exactly what I said I wouldn't do. I eventually got arrested and my family didn't come get me this time. Thank y'all. Thank God, because I'm sure I would be dead. I stayed there for 11 months, and during that time, I began really studying the Bible and talking to God. I turned to Him because He had me in a position where I had nowhere else and nobody else to turn to. When I got released, I had to go to drug court for 2 years following my release. I did all right for a few months, but I found myself wanting to get high. Looking back now, I know those thoughts started creeping in when I stopped studying and reading the Word, and I stopped doing the things that was working for me. I started back IV using meth and other stuff, and there was no way I could hide that from the counselors at drug court. They ended up trying everything to help me before they sent me here. I went to 2 more secular rehabs and went and spent some more time in jail, but nothing was working. I began believing lies like I would always be like that. I would never know what it's like to live day to day without drugs. I just didn't understand why I couldn't stop using, even though I knew I was going to spend a lot of time in jail if I didn't stop. I really began asking God with a sincere heart to help me. I honestly was sick of living that way, and really just had rather died if it had to be like that forever. Nothing changed right away. It got real bad one more time. But God answered my prayer eventually, and I got arrested and was offered help one more time. I took it, and when I got here, I was very grateful to be alive. It was such a relief to let God carry my load. I began to feel again and began working on things within myself that I knew had to change in order for me to be all right. God is restoring broken relationships in my family. He has begun opening doors with my children. My thinking is not the same as it was last year. When I decided to surrender my thoughts and my feelings and my family and my plans to God, He began working in my life. I have hope today, even in seemingly hopeless situations. I have a couple scriptures. My favorite is Romans 12:2, no longer conform to the patterns of this world, but be transformed by the renewing of your mind. Then you'll be able to test and approve God's will for your life, His good, pleasing, perfect will. And another one I stumbled upon not too long ago was Psalms 107:27-30. They reeled and staggered like drunken men. They were at their wits' end. Then they cried out to the Lord in their trouble, and He brought them out of their distress. He stilled the storm to a whisper. The waves of the sea were hushed. They were glad when it grew calm, and He guided them to their desired haven. And also Psalms 118:5. In my anguish I cried to the Lord, and He answered by setting me free. Thank you, Sister Tony. Thank you, staff, all the ladies. I love y'all so much. My family, I'm so glad y'all are here watching me graduate and not burying me. Thank y'all. I love y'all so much.